Okay, this is the next one. To simplify this, we have 8 to the power of minus 1, x to the power of minus 5, y to the power of negative 3. Again, you're using this property here. You keep the base and you multiply the exponents. If I do the same thing with the terms at the bottom of the fraction, I get 3 to the power of 3, x to the power of 3 times 3 would be 9, y to the power of 3 times 3 would be 9. Okay, so I want somebody to tell me what would be the next step. Anyone? You have another property? Go ahead.
I was just going to say you can take the exponents in the numerator with the negative number, which is all of them, and put them in the denominator.
Okay. Vanessa, you don't have to change this negative to positive in the middle of the process. You can do that at the end. At the end, if you get a negative, you make it positive. So for right now, we have another property here. We have a to the power of n over a to the power of m. Anybody know what this would be equal to? That would be a to the power of what? What do we do with
N minus n. N minus m.
Very good. Subtract n minus m. Very good. Okay, so we don't care if it's n and m are positive or negative. We just simply subtract them. So in this case, these two, we can subtract them, just keep the x. So let's just go ahead and apply this property on this one here. So this would be x to the power of negative 5 minus 9. We do the same thing with y. That would be y to the power of negative 3 minus 9. Now we cannot do the same thing with 8 and 3 because they have a different base. They don't have the same base. The base here is 8 and the base here is 3, and we cannot make these the same as each other like we did with the other problem. So we're just going to these two we can go ahead and make them positive, so we can see what the number they are to divide them later. So right here we can place. Don't forget this whole thing would be go to the top of the fraction. That's what we have here. So we can leave the 3 at the bottom of the fraction and then move 8 to the bottom of the fraction and make it positive for now. That's what we can do. So let's see what we have so far. We have x to the power of negative 5, negative 9 would be negative 14. This would be y to the power of negative 3, negative 9 would be negative 12. And then here we have a large number. So what we can do is you can use your calculator if you like to multiply that. Can somebody tell me what do you get if you multiply that? That would be 3 to the power of 3. What is 3 to the power of 3? 3 times 3 times 3 would be
27.
27. So it would be 27 times 8, right? So you multiply that, you would get 216. Okay, 216. Now we need to make the two terms at the top of the fraction positive. So we move it down here. That becomes x to the power of 14, y to the power of 12, and then 216 stay down here. So we only have 1 at the top of the fraction. So it looks like that C is the right choice here for us. Can I see a check mark in front of your name? And I see some of you are logging in late. Please mark your calendar to be here on time to get the most out of this. And also, you can always review the recording, of course. Okay, check mark, please, everyone, if you can follow what we're doing. Sylvia, can you put the check mark in front of your name? Frank, you're testing your microphone right now. Go ahead and put the check mark.
I'm trying to do it.
Okay, to put the check mark in the participant box, you click on the arrow down and click on yes, and then that's how you can put a check mark. And I see Brian. Brian, did you put your full name in the chat box? Oh yeah, you did. Thank you. Next time, log in with your full name. Okay. Any question, anyone? Frank, can you put a check mark in front of your name? I want to make sure you're okay with everything. And Andrea, I don't know what's wrong. Do you have a problem putting a check mark, or you're not there? Sylvia, can you put a check mark?
I actually am having a problem putting the check mark. I've tried, it's stuck or something.
Okay.
It won't do anything.
All right.
But I am trying.
No problem. Okay, as long as you're there and you don't have a